I hate to admit it, but Americans are loud. I forgot how to get ready with it. I haven't done one of these in so long. Now this is something that I used to be a little bit of like a denier, like Americans aren't loud, you guys are just quiet, which is true to a certain extent. You guys are quiet. But then I went to the JFK airport. I think the difference was exaggerated, especially because the Helsinki airport is so clean, so nice, so quiet. And JFK is hell on earth. Our flight was delayed and delayed and delayed. We were supposed to leave JFK at like 11 p.m. and we didn't leave until 4 a.m. And I don't know why people are talking on the speakerphone at 2 in the morning at JFK on the top of their lungs, just being so loud. Also, very interesting, I heard almost no Finnish when I was like walking around Helsinki and walking around the Helsinki airport. I heard a lot of English. And then I got to JFK and I heard almost no English. I was hearing almost like exclusively Spanish, at least in like the JetBlue terminal that I was in. Also in New York State, where I'm from, it is incredibly humid compared to Finland. And it's funny because most people in New York would not consider New York to be super humid, because if you think humid, you think swamp, Florida, down south. And so of course my skin freaked out. It always freaks out when I change climates, and I had to do like less moisturizing over there. And then as soon as I came back here, I had to re-add all this moisture into my skincare routine. And I think I finally understand now this whole fake nice thing that people consider Americans to be. Because I was always defending us like, no, it's not that, it's not fake nice, it's just how we are, it's different than how you guys are. For us, we're taught to be polite. We are taught that being polite is like the most important thing, and being rude is like the worst thing you can do. And sometimes that comes at the expense of honesty. It was really hard for me to understand that, like, for the most part, people are 100% honest here. They are always being themselves. They are always being honest. I can't fathom being like this. And most Americans cannot understand acting like that, because that is not how we're socialized at all. Like, the version that you get of me when I'm talking to people at a store or people at a restaurant is like out in public Alexandra. We all have these like public personalities. That doesn't mean they're not honest. It's just these, like, this is what we're taught to do in public. Like, in the States, strangers are not entitled to my honesty, my 100% honest Alexandra or honest personality. Like, they get a customer service almost style personality, and they give a customer style personality, and that is just our social contract as a country. Maybe part of it stems because like we're descendants of Britain. You know, if you've watched Bridgerton, you've seen that this is what you can say in public, this is what you can't say, this is how to talk to people, this is how to be in polite society. And some of that still exists in American society today. And so while like the Finnish social contract with each other is like trust and respect, the American social contract is being polite. Something I'm gonna miss about the US is a canned pumpkin. It is like fully fall here now in Finland. The leaves are changing. It smells like fall outside. I'm loving it. I cannot find canned pumpkin at any of my local grocery stores. So if you guys know of anywhere I can order it from, or any store I can get it, because I really want to make like a homemade pumpkin spice syrup for my coffee, and pumpkin muffins, and like all the fall goodies. I have seen that there are like small pumpkins at the grocery store, so I might be able to like cut one up, scoop it out, cut it up, cook it down, puree it, and make my own. But if I don't have to, that would be preferred. Another thing that's gonna take some getting used to from being in the US and now being back in Finland is just being able to get whatever I need at any time, kind of like the canned pumpkin. But yesterday we went to Tokmanni because we're trying to find some like command strip things to hang art on the walls now that I've officially moved in, and no command strips. We found some like similar stuff, but it holds way less weight. And I'm just used to being able to go to Target, go to Walmart, go to any grocery store, go on Amazon, and just, get exactly what I need and not kind of like something that's close enough. I also kind of feel like, and not to like rip on my own people, but like, I feel like Americans are kind of embarrassed to do a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of Americans would be embarrassed to be seen walking down the street with a big bag of cans to recycle them. We are so much about public appearance and how people perceive us, and some people be afraid to be perceived as like poor or struggling, whereas here it's like, oh, I recycle. One, it gives you money back. Two, it's good for the environment, so like, why wouldn't you do it? I think a lot of Americans are like afraid to be seen trying, or afraid to be seen as struggling, or afraid to be seen as even like helping. Like, as much as we are polite, we also like to talk. Like, Americans don't mind their business the same way that Finns do. And with all that being said, I still love America. There's so many things that I love about America or Americans, but that also does not diminish the excitement I feel at living in Finland and how much I've grown to love Finland. And if anything, falling in love with Finland has helped me fall more in love with America. I love it for the different things that it has to offer. I love coming from one background and exploring a whole new lifestyle. And I'm excited to be here and fall even more in love with Finland and get frustrated with Finland and get frustrated with America and love America and just feel all of the things. Because isn't that what life's all about?